Hello and welcome back to the world of psychology. Influencing behavior via music, or good music makes good business. There is no doubt, music is powerful. Our favorite songs, and I think every one of you has experienced it, our favorite songs can carry us away, they can inspire us, they have the power to exhilarate, but, and that's a question many marketing experts are interested in, but does music also have the power to put us in a buying frenzy? Some people might argue, yeah, for sure, music has such a big impact on our mood, so of course it can have an impact on our buying behavior. Others might say, yeah, that's right, but there's also an effect of habituation, which probably all of you know as well. You enter a shop and there is a lovely background music, and at first you really think, wow, that's cool, but after 10 or 20 minutes you no longer realize that there is any music present. So maybe the impact of the music is also no longer present. On the other hand, some people might say, well, this is the very dangerous part. You do no longer realize that there is music present, but on a subconscious level you feel much better, and therefore you stay longer in the shop, and as you stay longer you might also buy more stuff you probably don't need. The only way to find out what's really going on is to conduct studies. And the first study I want to present to you is not about the question, can music make us spend more money, but it's a related study because it's about the effects of music on our perception of time. Does time pass faster when we are listening to music in comparison to not listening to music? And if this is the case, it really might be interesting for shop owners or restaurant owners, because this might make people stay longer in the shop or restaurant. But this first study did not take place in a shop or a restaurant or bar. It took place at the university, and 100 students were told that they were going to take part in an experiment on the timing of Beatles songs. And so they were not surprised that when they entered the laboratory together with the experimenter, that music was already playing from a tape. There were 4 conditions. There was either less complex music playing, or in another condition there was medium complex music, and in a third condition there was very complex music, and in the fourth condition there was no music present when the participant entered the laboratory. Right before the supposed start of the experimenter told the participant, oh, okay, sorry, I forgot something. I just have to go to another room to get an important piece of equipment. But for ethical reasons, I can't let you wait here forever. So for sure, you can leave the room whenever you want, yeah? So I will go to get the equipment. I'll be back, don't worry. Well, this was a lie. This was just a cover story, because all the experimenter was interested in was to see how long would the participant stay in this room if the different kinds of music were playing, and in comparison to a condition with no music playing. So the experimenter was just standing on the other side of the door and waited to note the participants' waiting time. And it turned out, maybe you expected it, when the music was playing, participants stayed in there much longer. It didn't matter what kind of music was playing, but when music was playing in comparison to the no music condition, the participants were waiting longer. And what was really interesting, when they were asked, what do you think, how long did you wait? The participants from the music conditions were very wrong, because they clearly underestimated the time they were waiting. So for example, maybe they were waiting for 20 minutes. They said, well, I think I was waiting for maybe 12 or 15 minutes. But in the condition with no music, time was perceived on average much longer. So the conclusion could be, if music is present, time is perceived as not that long. And this might be interesting for shop owners, owners of restaurants, ice cream parlors, etc. But the big question is, does this changed time perception really lead to increased spendings? And one setting in which scientists tried to answer this question was a small stall in an open air market. It was a stall with stuff you don't really need. It was about toys and trinkets. Nothing costed more than 10 euros. So imagine you are walking on this open air market, just like the 240 passers-by, which were unknowingly the participants of this study. Imagine you are walking along this open air market, and there you see this stall with 3 female students selling all these toys and trinkets and knickknacks. And when you get closer, someone next to the shop puts on joyful music. So you stand there looking at these amusing toys, while in the background the joyful music is playing. Do you think it makes a difference whether the music is playing or there is no music present? Do you stay longer, or do you even spend more money? Well, the results of this study confirmed the first hypothesis. People really stayed longer. They stayed for more than 5 minutes when music was present, but when no music was present, they stayed only for almost 4 minutes. So more than 1 minute difference, which could turn into better sales numbers. However, this hypothesis was not confirmed. So even though people stayed longer, on average, they didn't spend significantly more money when the music was present. But now you might say, maybe it's not been the right music. And maybe the setting of an open air market is a difficult setting. So other kinds of music in other kinds of environments might be more effective in terms of making people spend more money. But before we take a look at this, let's have a little musical break.